Dear students, in this lecture, we will solve the exercise 4.2 of chapter quadratic equation. Let's begin. For question number 1, it is given that find the roots of the following quadratic equations by factorization. हमको factorization यूज करके ये सारे प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करना है, इसका सॉल्यूशन निकालना है. फॉर बीट 1, एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 3x माइनस 10 इज इक्वल टू 0. एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 10x एक्स स्क्वायर माइनस 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. So to factorize this, we have to find two integers such that their sum will be minus 3 and their product will be minus 10. So the two possible integers are 5 minus 2, no, minus 5 plus 2. So imply that x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 is equal to 0. Imply that if you take x common, here it will x minus 5. If you take 2 common, it will be x minus 5 is equal to 0. Implies that if you take x minus 5 common, here we will get x plus 2 is equal to 0. On factorizing, the two factors are x minus 5, another is x plus 2. Solve individually with 0. That is x minus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Implies that x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 2. Let's come to the next question. Two x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. To factorize this, you have to find two integers such that their sum will be plus 1 and their product will be minus 12. So the possible integers are 4 minus 3, their sum will be 1 and their product will be minus 12. So 2x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 6 is equal to 0. Implies that if you take 2x common, here it will be x plus 2. If you take minus 3 common, here it will be x plus 2 is equal to 0. Implies that x plus 2 whole into 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Implies that x plus 2 is equal to, these are the two factors, x plus 2 one factor and 2x minus 3 another factor. Equate each factor with 0 so that x plus 2 is equal to 0 or 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Implies that x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 3 by 2. So these are the two solutions or two roots of the quadratic equation 2x square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. Then next comes to the bit third. Root 2x square plus 7x, root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. We have to find two real numbers such that their product will be 10, the coefficient of x square and the constant term, that will be their product, that is 10, and their sum will be 7. So the two possible integers are 5 and 2. So root 2 x square plus 2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. If you take root 2x common, then here we will get x plus root 2. And if you take 5 common, here it will be x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Imply that x plus root 2 will be common. Then root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now these are the two factors, x plus root 2 and another factor is root 2 x plus 5. Equate each factor with 0 to get the solutions. So x plus root 2 is equal to 0 or root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. Implies that x is equal to minus root 2 or x is equal to minus 5 by root 2. These are the two solutions, root 2 minus 5 by root 2. These are the two solutions or two roots of the quadratic equation root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2. Then come to the next question. Two x square minus x plus 1 by 8. 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. Just multiply 8 with throughout the equation. Multiply 8 throughout the equation. By taking LCM, this is the same. So on multiplying 8 throughout the equation, it will be 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now if you see, we have to find two integers such that their sum will be minus 8 and their product will be 16. So the two possible integers are minus 4, minus 4. So 16x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. If you take 4x common, so here will be 4x minus 1. If you take minus 1 common, here will be 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. On taking 4x minus 1 common, another will be 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So now the two factors are 4x minus 1 and 4x minus 2 equal factors. So equating with 0, we will get 4x minus 1 0 or 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So implies that x is equal to 1 by 4 or x is equal to 1 by 4. These are the two roots. Hundred x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. So you have to find the two integers such that their sum will be minus 20 and their product will be 100. That is minus 10, minus 10. These are the two possible integers. So 100x square on factorizing, 100x square minus 10x plus 1 is equal to 0. Implies that taking 10x common, here will be 10x minus 1. On taking minus 1 common, here will be 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. Implies that 10x minus 1 whole into 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. Implies that so each factor will equal to 0. 10x minus 1 is equal to 0 or 10x minus 1 is equal to 0. Implies that x will be 1 by 10 or x will be 1 by 10. So these are the two roots of the quadratic equation 100x square minus 20x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now come to the next question, that is question number 2. In question number 2, solve the problems given in example 1. So let's see what is the equation given in example 1. So in equation 1, in example 1, so in example 1, the equation is x square minus 45x plus 324 is equal to 0. So to solve this equation by using factorization, we have to find two integers such that their sum will be minus 45 and their product will be 324. For that, how to know these integers? Let's factorize this one, 324. Or doing the prime factorization, you can easily find out. If you see the prime factorization of 324, then that is 162, 281, 327, 3933. If you see in the prime factorization of 324, the possible 9 and here it is 36. So the two integers we get, that is 36 and 9. So minus 36 minus 9. The two possible integers are minus 36 minus 9. Let's solve here. X square minus 36x minus 9x plus 324 is equal to 0. Imply that if you take x common, here it is x minus 36. If you take minus x common, here it will be x minus 36 is equal to 0. Now if you take x minus 36 common, then here will be x minus 9 is equal to 0. Implies that x minus 36 is equal to 0 or x minus 9 is equal to 0. Implies that x is equal to 36 or x is equal to 9. So these are the two roots of that quadratic equations. Another equation is x square minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0. So another equation we have x square minus 55x square minus 55x plus 750 is equal to 0. So if we see, that is 30, if on factorizing this term 750, we will get, so the two possible integers are minus 30 minus 25, minus 30 minus 25. If you add this, their sum will be minus 55, and if you multiply, their product will be 750. So x square minus 30x minus 25x plus 750 is equal to 0. Imply that on taking x common, x minus 30, on taking minus 25 common, here will be x minus 30 is equal to 0. Now the two factors are x minus 30 and x minus 25 is equal to 0. Equating each factor with 0, we will get x minus 30 is equal to 0 or x minus 25 is equal to 0. Imply that x is equal to 30 or x is equal to 25. So these are the find two numbers whose sum is 27 and the product is 182. So let us let one number is x, another number will be 27 minus x, because suppose you have two number a, b, it is given that a plus b is equal to 27 and a into b 182. So you have to make an equation by using these two conditions. So if one number is x, then another number will be 27 minus x, as the sum of the two number is 27. According to question, product of these two numbers is 182. So according to question, product of these two, that means x into 27 minus x is equal to 182. If we just multiply, here it will be 27x minus x square 182. If we just multiply minus 1, here it will be x square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. Now we have to find two integers such that their product will be 182 and their sum will be minus 27. Let's, to get these integers, let's factorize 182, that is so the two integers are minus 14 minus 13. Implies that x square minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 is equal to 0. This is the easy way to get the integers. Just factorize the constant term if the coefficient of x square is 1, otherwise multiply the coefficient of x square and the constant term and do its prime factorization. In this way you will get easily the integers. So imply that if you take x common, here it will be x minus 14. If you take minus 13 common, here it will be x minus 14 is equal to 0. Imply that x minus 14 and x minus 13 is equal to 0. Equating each factor to 0, x minus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0. Imply that x is equal to 14 or x is equal to 13. So the two integers or the two numbers are 14 or 13. If one number is, if x is equal to 14, then other number will be other number 27 minus 14 is equal to 13. If x is equal to 13, then other number will be 27 minus 13 is equal to 14. So come to the next question. Question number 4. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is 365. So two consecutive integers means if one is x, then other one will be x plus 1. It's the next number. So let's say let one number is x, other number is equal to x plus 1. It is given that sum of their squares is equal to 365. So according to question, x square plus x plus 1 whole square is equal to 365. Imply that x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. Imply that 2x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. Imply that 2x square plus 2x minus 364 is equal to 0. If you take 2 common, then here it will be x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. So here we see the two integers on factorizing 182. That is, if the final equation will get x square plus x minus 182 is equal to 0. On factorizing, in the previous question we have done on factorizing 182, the two factors will get 14, 13. That is, here the two integers, two possible integer will be 14 minus 13. These are the two positive integer. So x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. If you take x common, that will be x plus 14. If you take minus 13, it will be x plus 14 is equal to 0 implies that x plus 14 into x minus 13 is equal to 0. Equating each factor to 0, here will be x plus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0. Imply that x is equal to minus 14 or x is equal to 13. So these are the two routes, x is equal to minus 14 or x is equal to 13. As it is given positive integers, so we will take x is equal to 13. As it is given the two positive integers, so x will get, if x is equal to 13, then the next number will be 14 consecutive numbers. So we will take x is equal to 13 here. This is the, so the two required solutions are, if x is equal to 13, another number will be 13 plus 1 is equal to 14. Question number 5. The altitude of a right angle triangle is 7 cm less than its base. If the hypotenuse is 13 cm, find the other two sides. Let's say we have a right angle triangle here. It is base, it is its altitude, and it is its hypotenuse. It is given that hypotenuse is 13 cm. Its altitude is 7 cm less than its base. Let's say base is x. Its altitude will be x minus 7 cm. So now here is the base, here is the altitude, and here is the hypotenuse. By using Pythagoras theorem, we can form a quadratic equation. Let's start. Let's say let base of right angle triangle is equal to x. Then its altitude will be x minus 7 cm. Hypotenuse given cm. By using Pythagoras theorem, sum of the squares of a perpendicular and base is equal to square of its hypotenuse. So base square plus altitude square, which is equal to hypotenuse square. Putting the values, you will get x square plus x minus 7 square is equal to 13 square. Imply that x square plus x square minus 14x plus 49, putting the value of x minus b whole square, we will get 13 square is equal to 169. Imply that 2x square minus 14x plus 49 minus 169 is equal to 0. Imply that 2x square minus 14x minus 120 is equal to 0. So if you see, taking minus 2 common, x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. So the final equation will get x square minus 7x, imply that x square minus 7x minus 60 is equal to 0. On factorizing, we have to find two integers such that their sum will be minus 7 and their product will be minus 60. The two possible outcomes are minus 12 plus 5, imply that x square minus 12x plus 5x minus 60 is equal to 0. On taking x common, x minus 12 plus 5 into x minus 12 is equal to 0. Imply that x minus 12 into x plus 5 is equal to 0. Equating each factor to 0 will get the solutions. So x minus 12 is equal to 0 or x plus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 12 or x is equal to minus 5. We will take x is equal to 12 because the length of a side of a triangle cannot be negative. So x will be 12. That means its base is equal to x will be 12. Its altitude, that is x minus 7. 12 minus 7 is equal to 5 centimeter, and the hypotenuse is equal to 13 centimeter. So the question number 6 is, a cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. It was observed on a particular day that the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of production on that day was rupees 19, find the number of articles produced and the cost of each article. That is, given that पॉटरी आर्टिकल मीन्स जो मिट्टी का सामान बना रहता है उसके लिए जो सामान ज़रूरत पड़ता है वो पॉटरी आइटम्स है. सो लेट्स से द नंबर ऑफ article is equal to x, then the cost of each article is given that 3 more than twice of the number of articles produced. 3 more than twice of, so 2x plus 3. If the number of articles x, then the cost of each article, it is given that 3 more than twice of the articles. So if the number of articles is x and cost of each article, अगर हमारे पास x नंबर ऑफ सामान है और एक सामान का जो कॉस्ट है वो 2x + 3 रुपीज़। तो टोटल कॉस्ट नंबर ऑफ आर्टिकल्स into cost of one article which is given that 90. It is given that the total cost of the production was 90 rupees. So on putting the values, number of article is x into cost of each article was 2x + 3, which is equal to 90. On multiplying, we'll get 2x square plus 3x is equal to 90. Imply that 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. So on factorizing, we have to see that the product will be 180 minus 180 and their sum will be 3. So the two possible integers are 15 minus 12. You can verify also by doing the prime factorization of -1 or 180. So 2x square plus or minus 12x plus 15x minus 90 is equal to 0. Imply that if you take 2x common, here it will be x minus 6. If you take 15 common, then here will be x minus 6 is equal to 0. Imply that x minus 6 into 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. Imply that x is equal to 6 or equating each factor to 0, that is x minus 6 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. Imply that x is equal to 6 or x is equal to minus 15 by 2. So here x will be 6 because the number of items cannot be negative. So x is equal to 6. So the number of articles article produced is equal to 6. And what is the cost of each? And cost of each article is equal to 90 by 6, 15 rupees. In the next lecture, we will solve the exercise 4.3.